So, hello guys. We're gonna start the lesson. Today's lesson is about a dissolve shader in Unity using shader graphs. So I'll just show it not right now in a game. It's got the music going on. Okay, for example, take this for example. Wait, this cube. So yeah, so the shader's gonna be on this cube. I'm gonna dissolve it as soon as it touches the door. Dissolves. So we're gonna do that and talk all with yesterday's lesson about this shield. So okay, so let's do it. It's gonna be in this Unity project. It's just template, the Unity's template. So we're gonna start off by making a shader. I have made here. It's an empty shader, and I'll just make it right now actually, so I can show you what this got. Yeah, so you go to create shader and universal render pipeline. Because I'm using URP, I think it should work with HDRP, a high definition render pipeline. We're gonna be using lit shader graph, and we're gonna call it dissolve. Okay, and after that, we're gonna also be making a material, and we're just gonna be right in here. You can just write dissolve. It should show up. Okay. I've added it to this cube, and also let's add it to a sphere. It looks cool with spheres. So let's open the shader, and we'll start off by making the actual dissolve effect, and then we'll go into the things. So to start off, in Graph Inspector, first of all, so that everything shows up, we need to go to Alpha Clip and click that. So now the alpha, we can actually change alpha. So we're gonna be making a simple noise. So, and we can make a new float, call it noise speed. Noise scale. Put it here and into here. And we'll add the default value to be 30-ish. Like 30 is good. Usually with noise, 30 is a good number with shaders. Okay, so we can get the simple noise put into alpha. And voila. Already, as we see in the main preview, it's already partially dissolved. So it's quite easy as you see. So now we're gonna make it. If we see here in alpha clipped threshold, if we change the value, it also changes the percentage of essentially just getting dissolved even more. I'm gonna speak for a moment. You can add a new value, call it percentage of dissolved. Put it here and then into here. Default 0.5, and then we can save the asset. Go to scene view to look at it through here. As you see, it's already looking pretty good. So if we click on this, we can go here and change the percentage percentage dissolved, and it's changing it. It looks pretty nice. Even the shadows actually react to it, so it's not just a circle, not a sphere shadow anymore, but okay. So we can go back to here, and now we want to change, instead of us changing it manually, we want to change it by time. To do this, we make the time node into a remap node. So we get line time into n, now see it's fading in and out. We bring this into alpha threshold. We'll keep this here for later. It's going to be used later. We could come back to save and then go back to scene. And as we see, it's changing. Looks pretty cool. So let's go back here and let's add the last little thing. Actually, first let's just like make it more organized. We can call this time. So let's come up here and okay, so we'll just a sec. Listen. So we'll add step. Now this. Okay, the step will get an output from the output of simple noise will go into the in of here, and then as you can see here, I have it already done here. So if I wanna copy it here, so it's into multiply. Sorry, by the way, this goes into edge, and then this goes into multiply, and here we can also change the color. We'll call this color, just make it simple, into here. Okay, by the way, the step will get edge from simple noise, and as for the in, it can either be percentage of dissolved, or if you want it to be with time, then it will go by time. As you see here, it's changing. And the color, and the reason multiply is nothing, just black, is because we multiply it by black. You can multiply it by whatever we want. I'm thinking, let's go red, like if it's evaporating. And then this will go into the alpha. So let's check it out right now. Save asset and look here. Does it change anything? No, it looks exactly the same. Just maybe that is because I put in the wrong place. Let's go. The simple noise should go into here, into alpha, and this multiply should go into emission. Now if we save asset, is this actually working? I don't think so. It's not. Now that's because it is. Oh, by the way, we can actually add thickness. Yeah, we forgot to add thickness. Thickness actually, we'll take this off. Yeah, so let's add thickness. I think it's working, but it's not actually having any thickness, so we can't see it. So we'll add thickness here, and then go add, get this into here, and then into thickness, and then into here. Now let's add a default value to thickness. How about 0.1? As you see, it works already. Yes. So let's make that 0.05. So if we look here, it's gonna come back. Looks really cool. And that didn't take a while. We've been doing this for what, 10 minutes? 9 minutes. Yeah, so it's really easy. Now if you want this to start by script, let's say we don't want the enemy to constantly be going invisible and invisible. We want it to only do this effect when it's dead, for example. Okay, well, we'll go to the sphere, for example. First of all, we'll remove time. We'll cut out time. We'll move it to the side. And instead of time, we'll just have percentage dissolvent dissolved into both of these. And now if we see, it should be just still into, like, I think it's the default 0.5. Yes, it's doing it. So we'll make a new C# script should only be a 3 lines of code, something like that. We'll make it and call it dissolve. Yeah, so we'll open that that just loading for a bit. Actually, I have it open here in a different script before. Essentially, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna show it, and then I'm gonna write it actually. So we're gonna making an enumerator, call it die. Still loading. Okay, and we're gonna be using a do script. It's gonna essentially, as soon as we start the enumerator die, which starts by another script, but if you want, you can start it from here. For example, if you can, yeah, it's done. Okay, so I can write it now. So we're gonna make it just if boolean is true, then it will do the die script, die void. It's gonna call die. If it's not true, it's not gonna do it. So first of all, public bool die. And then in the update function, we're gonna write if die, then die now. We're gonna call it die now is gonna be a void die now. It's gonna be spelled the same. Okay. So now we're gonna, first of all, we're gonna need access to the material, and then tell it to do whatever. So we're gonna be writing get component mesh renderer, and from mesh renderer we're gonna get the material, and we're gonna set the float. The float is actually not disappearance. We can go here, the name of the float. Now what have I written it as percentage of dissolved. Now this is actually not the real name. The real name will be here reference. I think if using Unity 2021, it should be a normal name. But if you want, you can write it also here, percentage of dissolve, or you can just use the default name. So I just changed the name, and see it's just taking a bit to load it. Now it's loaded. So we can go back here and say, okay, percentage of dissolve, I want that to be time elapsed. Now we'll be like, we haven't said what time elapsed is. Time elapsed will be how much time has went by, which will, we're gonna make a new float here, call it time elapsed, and it's gonna be time elapsed plus equal time dot delta time. Now this works, but if we want it, if you want to, you can also multiply it by speed, which we'll have to put here. Public float speed. Now this works. If you wanted, you can also put it in a do script, do while true. If it's an enumerator, you could do that. But this should work right now. Just get an error. Of course, we'll get an error. Time elapsed is from here. Okay, we can just make time elapsed into a public float if we want to see it, or private, whatever you want it. So that should be everything done. We can just test it out. Okay. And now there's one bug that could happen. Let me just check it if it works. It, it might actually change the dissolve percentage for both of the objects, not only one. So now it's like half dissolved. Now we'll make the speed 1. So I'm gonna click on die. Don't click on. I did click on die. So as we see, it does not work. This is because I did not save it. I forgot to save asset. Now if we see, it should be not dissolved. I mean fully dissolved. Okay, so we have told it to use default percentage. If it's 1, it will be undissolved. Okay. But let's check the name actually. Is it the same? Oh, the name has changed. They changed the name. Okay, so it just said the name now has underscores. Okay, it doesn't tell you if you are assigning to a variable that doesn't exist, as I was doing right now, and that's a problem. So let's make the speed into 1, because if it's 0, then nothing would happen. Speed into 1 and start it. That's full. Okay. Now if we look here, we can do it here by the way. Let's click on die and voila, worked. Now it did start from the beginning. I had like half. If you wanted to start off from where you started, you just write 0.5 here because it's 0.5. Time-lapse 0.5, then it should go on from where you are. I wanted to start off from 0, and the shader itself actually should start off also from 0. So let's just change it from, yeah. And the thing is, if you wanted to change all the shaders at once, every single shader to be doing this at the same time, you could just give it the same script, of course. Oh, yeah, also 0 is actually not gonna be fully 0, as you see. You just make like minus 0.1, then it'll go for the percentage of dissolved. So if we turn this on die, it dissolves. Perfect. And then you can just like destroy it for it to actually be gone. So that's like everything, except yeah, if you wanted every single object with this shader to also dissolve at the same time, instead of material, write shared material, and that should do it. So I hope you liked this video and found it helpful, and I'll see you in the next lesson. And if you have any questions, just ask me.